I just want to say I'm blessed to be back, blessed to be a part of the Who Dat family. Um, couldn't do this without my family, couldn't do this without God, and just it's an honor.
Johnathan, did you look around much or talk to many other teams, or was it kind of figuring out a way to get back here the main priority?
Um, Talked to a few other teams, but main priority was kind of staying around. I'm happy here, love being close to home, being close to my family, being close to the ranch, and I love this. I love this team. I love the culture here. I kind of grew up a Saints fan. This has kind of been my team since, because coming from Mississippi. So, you know, I love it here, don't really want to go anywhere else. So kind of staying here was kind of like my priority.
And how about role with the team specifically? I know obviously you bounced around a few places at the end of that 2022 season, and then it took a little while to find your niche in New Orleans. But do you think they ended up finding the best way to use you, and you ended up showing them your value toward the end of the season?
I mean, I don't really worry about that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't really think I bounced around. More so, just think I was just trying to find a team that needed the help at the time, and so done that. Coming back here, they'll find a way to use me, and whichever way they use me, I'll be fine with it. So just trying to do whatever I can to help the team win, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Jonathan, your thoughts on what the Saints have done so far, the defensive side of the ball, Chase Young, Willie Gay Jr., those two players especially.
Yeah, I mean, super excited to kind of play along with those guys, play with Willie back in college. I know he's a dog, he's won two Super Bowls since he's been in the league. Chase, coming over is going to help with the pass rush because, rushing coverage goes together. So, super excited to be with those guys. Can't wait to see what we all can do once we get back out here together.
Johnathan, I know you said that you're not really too worried right now about role and all that, and trying to figure out how to contribute to the team. But I mean, those last two games where you got the start at strong safety opposite Tyrann Mathieu, you drew a lot of praise throughout that time. Is that something that you would take as a full-time role in 2024 if it was presented to you, and if you earned that?
Without a doubt. I mean, wouldn't you? If they told you you could be the lead guy at your job, you would take the role as well. I mean, so if the role presents itself, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I do my best and to make sure that we succeed. And so, we finished the season off strong. So hopefully we can start back up the same way and kind of keep this ball rolling and try to roll all the way into the last game of the season.
And what about that role worked for you last year? I mean, like it just seemed like it clicked you next to Tyrann and everything so quickly for you. What about it worked for you?
I mean, it's very easy when you're playing against when you're playing with a lot of great talent. I mean, Tyrann's a guy who I've kind of, admired and looked up to, for a long time. He's been the honey badger who a lot of kids have emulated over the years. And so to kind of go out there with him and to, me and him studying film together, it makes it very easy. We communicate at a very high level, and then playing behind DeMario and them, where he's playing downhill, and the only thing you have to do is clean things up. It makes your job very easy.
How important was it for you to still be near your home in Mississippi?
I mean, very important. I mean, coming back here, last year it was the first time I got to spend like Thanksgiving and Christmas with my family in the last 10 years, since kind of going off to college and everything. So, it played a vital role in my decision making.
How ecstatic were they to learn that you're coming back to the New Orleans?
Oh, they were very happy, have some of my family here with me today, and, they're excited to, for us to kind of go along this journey and kind of continue and see if what all we can do with the Saints. And, like I said, hopefully the end goal is to make sure, we try to play in that last game in the Superdome.
Hey, Johnathan, I want to clarify something you said earlier. When you said you were resigning, did you say you were happy to be near the ranch? Like, were you talking about your family ranch?
Yeah, I have a ranch. So we have a ranch in Summerall, Mississippi. It's called Rains Ranch. So looking to open up soon. Kind of going to be open for the public. Pretty much going to be a one-stop shop. Having an equestrian center where we're going to be boarding horses, offering trail rides, horse riding lessons, lodgings, pretty much anything you could think of. So to be closer to that, makes me happy. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that about you, so that's pretty cool.
Are you guys helping some of the kids in the neighborhood learning how to ride and get acquainted with horses and the wildlife and everything?
Yeah, I mean that's a big part of it. So trying to bridge the gap with humans and horses. So our slogan is Reins Ranch is where hooves and horse unite. So basically, where we're gonna have different programs for like wounded warriors, like disabled veterans, um, autistic programs to basically like a therapy with horses and basically just trying to get kids outdoors again, because nowadays with so many kids being inside playing on electronic tablets and things like of that nature. So just trying to get kids back outdoors and doing more physical activities and things of that nature. And so just trying to create some activities also for, after school activities for kids in the area as well.
Where did that passion start for you? Trying to bridge that, you talk about bridging that gap. Where did that passion start for you?
I mean, I've had horses my entire life. Me and my brother, we had horses since we were about 9, 10 years old, to the point where I remember we used to have them tied up on leashes out in the yard eating grass like they were dogs. So, all the way up until now to where, I can basically afford to basically bring it back and try to bring my passion, some things that I love, and try to pour it into the next generation. So just because, I love horses, and one thing I know is if you love anything, it loves you back. So.
Hey, Johnathan,
That's awesome.
Jarvion Howard talked about you a little bit during the HBCU week. Just kind of talk about your relationship with him and why he kind of calls you a little bit of a brother.
Oh yeah, I mean, so me and Javion, we play high school ball together back at East Marion, and so me and him, we've kind of stayed in contact throughout his entire journey. Where he started out at Syracuse, he talked with me through like the whole transferring process because I went to UGA at first. I transferred, ended up going to Mississippi State, so I just was trying to just kind of keep him mentally there, throughout the whole process and trying to make sure he stay headstrong and make sure he stay motivated. And so things have paid off for him, where he kind of went to Alcorn and had some success, and he's entering his NFL journey. So I've just been an advocate for him to kind of continue to um somebody to lean on about advice and things of some things that he may endure and have to overcome throughout this process. And just tell him hard work pays off. Just keep working. At the end of the day, somebody's going to see it, somebody's going to recognize it, and somebody's going to give you the opportunity. At the end of the day, that's all you can ask for is an opportunity.